What's going on, guys? Welcome back to beamng. So today we are back looking at the Ember. So first off, I want to say thank you to ZetraUSA for submitting this car and making this possible. Today, the Ember is going to face its most difficult challenger yet, and that is none other than the Ember. Yes, that is correct. We have two Embers today. We basically have the one that rolled off the lot, and then we have the one that's seen a few years of street racing. Guess which is which? So to start, the basic differences between the two, and there are several, but just on the surface, the original stock Ember has 227.8 horsepower, while the Ember GT-Targa has 237.7. So it's already a little bit ahead in the horsepower. Moving on from that, the chassis on the stock Ember is corrosion-resistant steel, where the Targa is a galvanized steel. Both are front-engine longitudinal rear-wheel drive. However, the stock Ember is a 6-gear manual, while the Targa is a 5-gear manual. The stock Ember has double wishbone front and rear suspension, while the Targa has a semi-trailing arm in the rear and a double wishbone in the front. The Targa weighs just over 100 pounds more. They both have a 6,500 RPM redline, and here is the biggest difference between the two. So, the stock Ember has a aluminum 2-liter inline 4, but the Targa has a cast iron 3-liter V6. Both cars are turbocharged with multi-point EFI, and other than that, they're basically just twins. I guess you should also note the Targa doesn't have a back seat, seeing as it's a Targa. But yeah, I figured that we'll just take these guys out and, get a solid comparison between the two of them. So without further ado, let the games begin. So we're going to start off with the stock Ember just to get a feel for this car again before we dive into its counterpart. So we're going to turn it on, see how it sounds. I've always thought this car sounded the part, whether or not it actually performed the part. Anyway, let's get this guy out, see how it drives again. Some quick pickup considering how terrible the tuning job on this thing is. It gets going decently quick for what it is. Could be faster. Definitely a lot of room for improvement. But all in all, it's controllable. Its top speed isn't way up there. Actually starting to reach the high end of its speed as it is. Let's just keep rolling down this road a little further though. See precisely what numbers we can attain. Alright, so it appears, I don't know, 120 area. It's gonna keep crawling up a little bit, but we're looking, I don't know if 130 is gonna happen. Alright, maybe 130. We'll call it about 130. So, stock Ember, 130, handles decently well, I think. It does like to spin. I found this thing pretty fun just to take around the docks and just spin around in it. But all in all, I don't hate this car. I like it for what it is, but there's definitely room for improvement here. So let's see if the Targa improves. So the first thing to note about the Targa is that it's rocking a V6. It doesn't have a 4-cylinder in it anymore. So for that reason, I expect it to perform drastically different and also have a very different engine note. So let's turn this thing on and see how it sounds. Definitely a deeper idle. That is a much lower note. It sounds good. It really does. Also, I didn't really comment on the rims earlier, but I'm liking that rim style. This whole thing just looks really angry. Like I saw it the first time and thought it looks like the Ember after it was used in the Fast and the Furious as a prop car. Anyway, let's take this out in the road and see how it goes. Okay, we're stuck in there. That's not its fault. All right, let's just see how this thing goes. So, off the line. It's a little slower off the start. I feel like the stock Ember got it going a little quicker, but it's a lot more consistent in those numbers. It feels substantially smoother. It definitely feels smoother. As far as handling, it feels a lot less prone to losing the tail end when I do tight maneuvers. The stock Ember would be gone by now if I was doing this. Although partially, this thing has some fat tires on it, so that's definitely helping it in that area. So the Ember was going about 127. Let's see where this thing is at when we get to the stock Ember up here. Alright, so just a couple miles an hour faster. Braking feels pretty good. That was a pretty quick stop from that speed. Yeah, definitely, right there. You can just see, like, if I floor it and turn, that felt a lot tighter than the stock Ember. Yeah, that was not nearly as smooth. Which, I mean, that could be a good or a bad, depending on what you want. Targa's still rolling. I'm curious, though. Let's see what a 0 to 60 feels like on these guys. Let's get the Targa overline up as well. That thing just looks so mean. I can't get past that. This one just kind of looks almost cute, you know? And this guy looks like he's gonna bet pink slips on you and just take your life away. All right, so we're gonna go to 60, and then I'm going to time this, and we're gonna see where it's at. All right, so 3, 2, 1, go. 60, 7.79 seconds. Not too shabby. So the Targa got a 7.79. Let's see where the stock Ember gets. So 3, 2, 1, go. Definitely more wheel spin. Stop. 8.88. That felt faster. That's weird. They're really close, though. I think the only thing to do next now would be to give them both a official lap time and see how they compete with each other. So since the Ember's already done a lap time on the Season 1 track, I think that what we'll do is we'll take it to the Season 2 track that I have picked out, and we'll give both these a time on that track instead. Alright, so I already have a pretty solid idea on how this is going to go down. Basically, this thing's going to try and slide out in every single corner, and the Targa over there is going to either understeer or be fine. 3, 2, 1, go. Rough launch there. Anyway, for those of you wondering, this is the Trial Mountain course. I cannot remember right now who made this version, but I will put a link for this in the description if you're interested. Ooh. No, don't do that. Basically, this is a rendition of the track from Gran Turismo. So this is going to be our track for Season 2. We're going to be repping some Gran Turismo around here. So hopefully by the end of this next season, I should be pretty good at this track. Right now, I'm still not the best at it. It's been a long time since I played this track. Cause I haven't played Gran Turismo in years. I don't know, I just... the moment that I got an Xbox 360 back in the day in Forza Motorsport 3, I was converted. I don't know. That understeer. Oh, we can still get a good time here. Not that I even know what a good time is, but... Alright. That was messy. Point being that the Ember is really a wild car, stock at least. It doesn't like to turn at any form of speed. Oh, it's great if you just want to, like, you know, swing the back end around on a dock map or something, but, like, actual track lapping it, it's just, boy, it's an experience. It's a struggle, that's a better word for it. Alright, oh, okay. Alright, coming in across the final stretch. And across the line. Alright, so as we're returning to the pits here, the unofficial time for the Ember is a 2:24.52. So let's find out if it's Fast and the Furious cousin can beat that time, which I'm sure it can. It's gonna shave like 5 seconds off just off wheel spin alone. It's a lot more predictable than the Ember. The stock Ember is just kind of, it's a wild card. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, I feel like it's just like I can just kind of floor it straight through here. I feel like this thing's gonna hug nice. And I was correct. I mean, I cut it a little in, but... Oh yeah. Still a little bit of understeer, but it's definitely more predictable. It's a tighter corner than I was remembering. Okay, we can still get the tail on a little bit, but you have to provoke it a little further than the stock Ember. On its own, this one is not nearly as prone to just wanting to spin out in the dirt. Alright, yeah, we can take this way faster than I was the last time. I'm gonna spend some time, you know, getting this track down a little better before I do any more lap times for Season 2, but for now, you know, we're just trying to get a rough idea of how these cars compare, so I think it's fine. I don't claim to be an expert around Trial Mountain. That being said, though, this feels light years faster. Oh, that was a clean line through there. Oh, this is tighter. Okay, we're good. We are good. Yeah, this is definitely the track version of the two. Like, even if it's not a lot faster, This just feels so much better on the track. Fast and the Furious boy is definitely Fast and the Furious boy. Oof. Alright. And across the line. Dang. Fast and the Furious boy shaved some time. Alright, having driven both these cars around the track, we know that the stock Ember did about a 227. So what did the Targa get? Well, it got a 210.32. It's really amazing what a suspension will do. I mean, to be fair, when the stock Ember went around, it didn't really get the best lap. That being said, though, there's no way that just my driving is responsible for 17 seconds. So if you want to go to the docks and just spin around in your car, you want the stock Ember. If you actually want to go to the track and lay down some good laps, you want the Targa. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, let me know down in the comments. I thought it was kind of fun, you know, taking the Ember against itself. I mean, we didn't do any deep, thorough testing, but I thought it was kind of interesting. Roughly the same stats, but just a very different setup and a very different outcome at that as well. And also, just before I ended the episode today, I thought it might be funny to just show you how small the Embers actually are. So here's the referee for size comparison. Yeah, they're tiny. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one.